Hey folks, so today I've got something a little bit different, and different for me, and that's because I've got a Bulova Surveyor Accutron II 96B213. It's kind of unique in my collection in that it's a quartz watch, and I don't really have a lot of quartz watches. I've got a handful, but most of my watches are automatic or hand winding. But this watch knocks off a lot of checkboxes for me. It's got a smooth sweeping second hand. I love the cushion case shape. It's very wearable size-wise, and that sunburst dial is really pretty. So let's start with the dimensions. Diameter, from my measurements, is 42 millimeters. Including the crown is about 44 millimeters. The lug width is 22 millimeters, and I've worn this both with leather and my my usual Milanese mesh straps. And the lug to lug, interestingly, is a 47, and that kind of surprised me because it really wears more like a 45. It wears smaller than I would have expected, and I think that's probably because of the larger bezel here. It wears kind of closer to a dive watch than a dress watch like it actually is. But this watch is really cool. It's got Bulova's Accutron II movement, which, while it isn't as accurate as Bulova's usual precisionist movement, it still keeps time at about 5 seconds a month, and I think for most people that's plenty. For me, I found that when I go to change the time at daylight savings time, it's off by about 2 seconds. I mean, there's not really much more you can ask for from a watch, and that far exceeds the accuracy of my automatic watches. This is my usual pick up and go watch in the morning, and I find that it works really well with business casual and a suit. I've never really been able to pull it off with a casual ensemble, but that's not really what it was made for. The crystal is Bulova's K1 crystal. I haven't scratched it at all, and it's got nice distortions at the edges. It seems to have an AR coating, but it doesn't, at least to me, look quite as clear as Seiko's Hardlex crystals. And I'm not sure where it falls on the hierarchy of crystal quality. But for the money, this is decent, and this is a $200 or cheaper watch, so it's definitely doable. So things I like about this watch: the accuracy. While a normal automatic watch will beat at 6 or 7 times a second, this beats at 262,144 times a second. So that's where it gains its accuracy from. The second hand is a sweeping second hand, and it actually sweeps much more smoothly than an automatic watch, so you can see the individual detents are almost imperceptible. This thing looks super smooth, and if you are looking for something like a Grand Seiko spring drive with that perfectly smooth second hand but can't afford the 4 or 5 figures, I would highly suggest this Bulova or any other Bulova with an Accutron or precisionist movement. Size-wise, it's also very doable. I've got 7-inch wrists or 6.9-inch wrists, and as you can see, the lugs are actually curved, so not too much overhang. It definitely fits pretty well. Things I don't like about this watch: I wish there were a little bit more decoration on the back. It's not bad, but it would be nice to see a little bit of actual engraving on the back. And then there's the quality of the steel, and I don't know if you guys can see here, but you can see I've got a couple of dents and dings there. And that really surprised me because I'm the kind of person who babies my watches, and I rarely have any scratches or nicks on my watches. So my theory is that this is a slightly lower grade of steel. It's a little bit softer, And I've polished this with a regular metal polish, and I have found that it takes half the effort to polish as, say, I don't know, 314, 317? I don't know my steels. But a higher end stainless steel would take to polish. But it also means you can polish it a little bit more easily. So this watch still looks pretty much brand new. And I think it's pretty easy to keep looking brand new. All in all, if you are looking for a quartz alternative to an automatic watch with a smooth ticking second hand and that keeps ridiculously accurate time for under 200 bucks, this is an awesome watch. Now, I'm not going to have a lume shot today because it really only has lume on the hands and it's not very good. But, like I said, it's more of a dress watch. You're probably not going to be diving with it anyway, even though it does have, I believe, oh, just kidding, no 100 meter water resistance. It's just standard water resistance, so washing your hands, that's pretty much it. But it's a dress watch. And it's a very good dress watch at that. And I would highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.